Qiu looked at Giant Chen with obvious anger in his eyes, making it seem as if he was a wild beast that wanted to take Giant Chen down. "You little bastard, I'm going to teach you a lesson today." Qiu roared angrily. He dashed towards Giant Chen and sent a kick towards his head. The kick was fairly fast, and if it connected, it definitely would not result in a small wound for any normal person. But since Giant Chen was still in the body of a child, a direct hit from such a strong kick had a high chance of killing him. Assessing the strength of Qiu's kick, the 20-year-old servant's face suddenly lost its humorous expression and became pale. Shouting out in alarm, he cried, "Brother Qiu, stop!" Giant Chen was still the fourth master as well as the son of Cheng Yangba. Despite being a cripple, he still had some degree of respect around the Chengyang mansion. It was barely okay to mock him, but to raise a hand against the fourth master was unforgivable. Even if they had the support of any of the elders, they would still incur a terrible punishment upon them. Seeing the intensity of Qiu's kick, Giant Chen's face changed as well. His eyes grew cold as he leaned to the side again. Calmly staying outside the reach of Qiu's kick, he didn't retreat. Instead, Giant Chen rapidly approached Qiu's body. He placed his arm on Qiu's still outstretched thigh while the other hand went to the other thigh. With a low growl, Giant Chen released all of the saint force he had stored in his body into his waist and surprisingly lifted the over 100-pound Qiu above his tiny body. Raising Qiu's body, Giant Chen didn't bother giving him time to retaliate. Moving both his legs began to move across the ground as Giant Chen threw the heavy body of Qiu forward. Qiu's body flew over 5 meters before slamming into a table meant for cutting vegetables. Coincidentally, underneath his falling body was a stack of iron skewers. Falling down onto that would make him resemble a bizarre human porcupine. Qiu fell on top of the skewers, and at least an inch of skin had been pierced through by them. Immediately, Qiu screamed in pain as the skin of his body was distorted and the pain in his nose was still piercing through his mind. Every servant in the kitchen suddenly came to a standstill from the unbelievable event they had just saw. A single 7-year-old not only fought back against a heavyweight person like Qiu, but he even defeated that person, who had reached the third layer of Saint Force. If news of this got out, no one in the Chengyang clan would be able to believe it. Giant Chen looked at Qiu's suffering with cold eyes while making a mocking face at him. He didn't say anything and decided to leave the kitchen instead, without taking even a single steamed bun with him. After exiting the kitchens, Giant Chen slowly exhaled. He didn't think that even the servants in the kitchens would begin to mock the fourth master. Throwing away the depression from his heart, Giant Chen began to stroll around the Chengyang mansion once more. With the mansion being so vast, Giant Chen had never once seen the entirety of it. Even the scenery around the place was nice to look at as gardens surrounded every inch of the outside yards. There were many lakes as well as flower gardens that had very rare specimens that could not be seen anywhere else, and they carried a sweet fragrance. As the fourth master of the Chengyang clan, Giant Chen was free to wander wherever he wanted. As he wandered to and fro, he would come across important roadways and buildings that had many experts concealed everywhere. When he saw those experts, however, he had decided to think no more about it. After all, he knew that the Chengyang clan is one of the 4 great clans of Lore City. Lore City was a first-class city, so the title of being a big clan was a prestigious one. As he walked, he had unconsciously came to the middle of a calm flower garden. Giant Chen had not noticed that his third brother Cheng Yangqi had been carrying a wooden axe as he trained within the same flower garden. However, in the eyes of a battle-hardened Giant Chen, it had looked as if Cheng Yangqi was just recklessly swinging the axe around with no particular style in mind at all. Although Giant Chen had studied the way of the sword in the past world, he had studied many different axe-wielding experts and how they fought. So even Giant Chen was familiar with how one should use an axe, but the way Cheng Yangqi was handling it, Giant Chen was speechless. How could this be considered training? Just as Giant Chen was about to turn around to leave, Cheng Yangqi noticed him out of the corner of his eye. Slowly ceasing his movements, Cheng Yangqi's face started to show signs of ill intent as he smiled. "Fourth brother, come on over, your third brother has some candy for you to eat," Cheng Yangqi cried out to Giant Chen. Hearing Cheng Yangqi's words, Giant Chen nearly tripped down onto the ground in disbelief. Secretly thinking to himself, he thought, even a 7-year-old wouldn't fall for such a line. However, Giant had forgot to account for that. Aside from the experiences of his past world, he was still no better than a 7-year-old child. But he paid no mind to the words of Cheng Yangqi and continued to keep on walking without even turning his head back. Seeing that Giant Chen was getting further and further away, Cheng Yangqi began to get angry. Throwing the wooden axe in his hands to the ground, he dashed towards Giant Chen and eventually caught up to him. Fourth brother, did you not hear me just now? Chang Yanqi blocked Giant Chen's path like a cork in a bottle, his face red with anger as he stared at Giant Chen. Is something wrong? Giant Chen looked at Chang Yanqi with a calm gaze while implying a hint of coldness in his question. Giant Chen did not harbor any good sentiments towards his third brother. In the past 2 years, Chang Yanqi would always look for some way to bully Giant Chen, and ever since the news of Giant Chen being a cripple, his actions became much more severe. If it wasn't for the fact that Giant Chen rarely went outside, the amount of times Chang Yanqi bullied Giant Chen would have been increased tenfold. However, every time he had tried to bully Giant Chen, it would always result in failure, and sometimes Giant Chen would also find a way to bully him back. This had created a sense of resentment within Chang Yanqi's heart, which made him seek revenge even more. Third brother, come accompany your third brother in practicing some cultivation/martial arts. While talking, Chang Yanqi had already started dragging Giant Chen toward the place where he practiced and did not give Giant Chen a chance to respond. Chang Yanqi was actually very excited at the moment, for although he was not a match for Giant Chen when comparing their intelligence, he did not think he would be weaker than Giant Chen in terms of strength. After all, his fourth brother was a cripple in terms of martial cultivation and could not even cultivate any saint force. In Chang Yanqi's mind, this was the perfect opportunity to exact his revenge. Not long after Giant Chen had been forcefully dragged by Chang Yanqi to where he was practicing his martial arts, Chang Yanqi picked up a wooden axe he had thrown to the side earlier and then said towards Giant Chen, "Third brother, are you ready? I'm going to start attacking now." Seeing Chang Yanqi's gentle smile, Giant Chen let a hint of playfulness appear within his eyes. Holding both of his palms in a clueless manner, he asked, "Third brother, you have a weapon in your hands, don't tell me you want me to fight against you barehanded." Hearing his brother talk, Chang Yanqi looked distracted for a second. Looking at the wooden axe in his own hands, he hesitated only for a second before tossing it towards Giant Chen, as he said, "Then I shall give you the axe, fourth brother, and I will be the one that will fight barehanded." Although the axe was wooden, it was still 10 pounds. Even for a 10-year-old child, swinging this around would prove to be difficult. Chang Yanqi had thought of this and threw it towards Giant Chen for this reason. He wanted to make Giant Chen humiliate himself while he would look like the gracious one. Giant Chen took the wooden axe in front of him and started to inspect it. The axe was very crudely made. Only the shape of the axe was there, while the blade of it was almost non-existent. Even if he were to try to chop at a person, it would not cause significant harm. At the very most, the axe would only leave behind a sore bruise. Seeing Giant Chen hold up the 10-pound axe with ease, Chang Yanqi's eyes revealed a trace of shock. He had not been expecting this change of events. Giant Chen looked at Chang Yanqi and gave a faint laugh. "Third brother, perhaps you should use this axe instead." Right as he spoke, he tossed the axe back at Chang Yanqi. Catching the axe he had only just thrown at Giant Chen, Chang Yanqi began to feel suspicious. "Fourth brother, could it be you still wanted to fight me bare-handedly?" Giant Chen began to laugh as he shook his head. Grabbing a nearby tree, he snapped off a branch 1 meter long, shaving away the little twigs and leaves. Giant Chen was left with only a single branch. "This will be my weapon." Raising the branch, Giant Chen laughed gently. Chang Yanqi looked at the tiny stick that could be quickly turned into chopsticks in Giant Chen's hand and laughed. He was no longer angry, as the day that he would be able to beat Giant Chen with ease seemed to be getting closer and closer. The dream of being able to bully Giant Chen without taking any losses had finally come for Chang Yanqi. This would make him extremely happy. Chang Yanqi clasped onto the axe firmly. "Then fourth brother, you'd best be careful. Your third brother will begin to attack." Right after saying it, Chang Yanqi immediately stormed towards Giant Chen with the axe held in both his hands before trying to bring it down onto Giant Chen. This axe wasn't able to inflict a fatal wound, so Chang Yanqi didn't bother to hold back and swung with all his might. Giant Chen's legs crossed forward each other as he dodged the axe. Swinging his tree branch with frightening speed, the branch had suddenly become more frightening in power. Even Giant Chen's demeanor had changed abruptly as he pressed forward. The normally safe branch became a deadly sword in his hands. Giant Chen was swinging the sword with unbelievable speed, leaving Chang Yanqi with almost no room to counter when at last, the tree branch had already placed itself on Chang Yanqi's throat. "Third brother, you've lost." With a playful banter, he returned the axe that Chang Yanqi had dropped shortly in the middle of the match. Chang Yanqi could only stare at the tree branch at his neck with disbelief flashing across his eyes. He had not seen the tree branch move at all. By the time his eyes had saw a sign of movement, the match had already finished. Still in shock, Chang Yang shook his head. Grabbing the tree branch at his throat, he snapped it in two and cried out in disbelief. That didn't count. It definitely didn't count. Fourth brother, you weren't fighting fair at all. Jian Chen laughed as he looked at the red-faced Chang Yang. Third brother, you don't even know if I was fighting fair or not, he said in a strange voice. That is Chang Yang scratched at his cheek and stammered as he tried to think of an excuse. In the end, he still couldn't accept the result and said, either way, that match just now didn't count. Let's fight one more time. Jian Chen gathered the pieces of the tree branch that Chang Yang had snapped with a laugh. Okay, let us fight one more time then. Without further ado, he walked 5 meters away from Chang Yang.